Tyler, I'm going to record an intro to the show. Tyler.
Yeah.
Tyler, I'm going to record an intro to the show.
Do whatever you want.
You playing Injustice?
Of course.
Are you winning in Injustice?
No, this game is just working me. Lag.
Oh, you just blaming on lag again? You going to call him a hacker next?
It might be.
You sure you're not just bad at the game?
Nope.
Alright, fair enough. I'm going to go hit record. Oh, whoops. Okay, so it turns out it was recording the whole time. It's fine. I think it'll work.
Welcome to Super Squad D, where the D stands for
Distracted.
Don't stop on my account. You keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop on my
Thank
account. This is your host, Distracted Julio. We're okay. I don't even know what to do with you right now because you can't see anything I'm doing. Oh, I was getting ready to do a horrible hand gesture.
Are you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Alright, I guess we'll start
We're trying
the
to
show.
do a live show. We're supposed to be professionals.
That's never stopped us before. Welcome to Super Squad D.
Where the D stands for distracted, don't stop what you're doing, and don't stop believing you at home. Don't do it.
That's Steve Perry.
And that's distracted, don't stop Julio. How's everybody doing tonight?
I didn't start off well.
It started off not terrible. It wasn't our worst cold
and
open.
that's Toby.
Toby!
Yeah. How is everyone? Welcome to the
How's
show.
everybody
Welcome to the
doing?
live
That's it,
chat.
that's it.
As always, live chat on a very slight delay,
Yes.
so don't be alarmed if we don't respond to your comments immediately. But keep those comments
it.
coming. Keep them flowing. It's good to see everybody. Let us know where you're watching from. It's good to see pretty much all the regulars right here.
Yep.
Shout out to Jordan Andrews and Time Jim, two guys coming in, recent viewers, I feel like, in recent weeks. It's great to have everybody here. Ricky C, Tackling Week.
I gotta
Toby.
make sure to give a shout out to our sponsor tonight. Tonight's show is sponsored by Dunder Mifflin. If you need paper, go to Dunder Mifflin.
Called the Paper People. People.
The people.
To answer Tackling Week's question, I'm not babysitting Tyler anymore. Tyler's wife has returned.
And she's babysitting me now.
However, they did buy me pizza tonight.
It's because whenever you have a babysitter, you always have to buy the babysitter pizza.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
It's standard babysitter. It's standard babysitter common courtesy. Everybody knows it.
All right, fair enough. Big show tonight. We're going to be talking about a lot of the big recent...
Huge. I want to give a shout out to Nerd Ventures, our friend Will, who just started playing Overwatch, and he's here to hang out. And we got Gabe.
Jumping in from Vegas.
That's right. Joseph and I were very sad we did not get to meet up with you and the rest of the crew at the MegaCon in Florida. We definitely may or may not have had our own version of MegaCon here that involved a lot of bad decisions and a little bit of videoing.
Yeah. So we got some short videos coming out fairly soon that highlight those mistakes.
Yeah, mistakes were made. Mistakes were definitely made.
This week we're going to be looking at some of the biggest entertainment news of the past week.
Huge news. Huge.
From Wonder Woman to Cowboy Bebop to Pokemon to all kinds of things. So we're going to be bouncing a couple of different topics. But in the midst of that, we're also going to be doing a giveaway.
What are we giving away tonight?
I'll tell you what we're giving away tonight. We're giving away 7 Soldiers of Victory. This book was donated to us to give away. As you can tell, it stars the mighty superhero Angela right there. That's Angela. Right down here is Angela. And that's the villain.
That's not even remotely accurate.
So here's Angela.
Not even close. All right, sorry about that.
Can you guys tell that Tyler's texting right now instead of hosting the show?
Yeah, this is, you just threw that? Man, this is all downhill. Tonight, so we're going to give this away, and we're going to give this away in a fashion that we do sometimes here on the Showgram. I don't know why I called it the Showgram.
It was good.
It was felt right.
It's a thing people...
It was felt right.
It was felt right.
It is was felt right. We're going to give it away to the person who has the best comment tonight. Tyler Holland wants to know, are we going to E3? The answer is we're already there. We brought our studio.
Complete recreation of the studio.
Well, we didn't want to make it so that you guys felt out of place.
If you don't travel with an office replicating service, something's wrong with you.
Dunder Mifflin Paper.
You're unprofessional.
The people.
So,
check
it out.
Away.
Angela and the Angela All-Stars.
tonight we're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to talk about Wonder Woman in a little bit.
Yep.
Pretty excited to talk about that movie. Don't worry, there's no spoilers. Except for the fact that Wonder Woman dies. They end her character completely, and they decided to stop her comic.
Well, the weirdest thing is she died 5 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
So there's like an hour and a half of just people talking about, man, I sure do miss Wonder Woman.
It was a legitimate boring movie after that point. But the 5 minutes she was on screen was fantastic. So we're going to jump in and talk about Wonder Woman. And then I'm going to share with you guys a quick video. I had an opportunity to go to New Orleans, Louisiana this weekend, which was most certainly a trip. And I got to go visit Crescent City. They hosted me. Crescent City Comics, they hosted me. Yeah. And by hosted, I mean they were open and I went in and looked around.
Just wandered in.
But I also filmed it. And then we're going to follow that with a discussion on...
Producers tell us we got to hurry up.
There's no producer.
If you joined us last week, here's a quick plug before we move along. If you joined us last week, thank you. And you saw that we did a viewer mailbag. A
lot of great questions.
A lot of great questions came in. Hey, we want to keep doing viewer question segments in the future. We've got a few questions from last week that were a little bit heavier that we want to get into more details.
Yeah, like the meaning of life.
Yeah, but we answer that one then.
Yeah.
So we got those coming up in later episodes. Send us messages on our Facebook page.
Yep.
All right, if you follow us on Facebook. Or send us an email, ssdliveshow@gmail.com, with any questions that you want answered on future episodes.
Or if you just drop in the live chat and we notice it, we'll write it down. We'll do it. We're going to do another mailbag episode soon. Yep. Along that line, also, if you guys have a collection that you want showcased, send us those pictures. We'd love to showcase it. Tonight, we do not have a collection to showcase.
Yeah, I've got stuff
but we will
to show.
next week. Oh, you're right. We do have stuff. I'm sorry. I take it back.
Just don't listen. The producer is so mad at him for just getting things wrong. So... Tyler, why don't you go ahead and talk a little bit about your last week? You pulled in a little haul. I feel like
I had a fantastic last week.
Okay.
I had a good haul, capped off by the greatest whale I have ever gotten in book form, and I just got Infinite Crisis for cover price maybe 2 months ago. And this was better than that.
I was looking to see if it was over here. It's not.
I've got it. I've got it. Don't worry. But...
Producer's holding the Infinite Crisis.
There is no producer. So I want to show you guys, though. I had a little bit of a lucky find this week. Some of it was via the mail. Some of it was found in the wild. And one real special book. But the first thing I want to showcase is... Got this sweet Wonder Woman? This sweet Wonder Woman variant called the Invisible Woman from Marvel Legends. If you haven't checked that figure out, it's a Walgreens exclusive. And while I was at Walgreens in New Orleans, I found this guy. I don't know if you can see him, but C-3PO. Been looking to add him to my Star Wars Black Series collection. And my friend Fernando sent in this cool White Ranger figure for me, which I'm pretty excited about.
White figure. It's just a kind of a
white guy,
figureless. It's just kind of got arms and legs, and it's like the Greendale human being from Community.
The human being, which is the greatest mascot of all time. And then I had an opportunity in Walmart randomly. I went to Walmart because my kid wanted to go to Walmart. Okay, sure, why not?
Yeah.
And I stumbled across the new Marvel Legends Spider-Man wave, and it is fantastic. But my two favorite figures from the wave, this Moon Knight. Look at that sweet A Moon Knight.
It's a sweet Moon Knight.
It's a sweet A Moon Knight. The A stands for awesome.
I don't see an A.
And a sweet A Cosmic Spider-Man. Look at that.
Oh, he's
got Spider-Man Britain
with chin strap, goatee,
bearded Peter Parker head. So pretty excited about all that. So pretty excited about that. But that was not the crown jewel of my collection, because this book right here is the crown jewel of my entire omnibus and hardcover collection.
Okay.
Gabe wants to know if that was an empty box. No, it was not, Gabe. No, it was not. I've been looking for this book for at least 2.5 years. I had an opportunity to almost buy this book for $275, and it fell through, not because of me. I had sold some figures. I really wanted this book, and I couldn't get it.
Attack on Louise said, "Did your kid get any toys too?"
Yes,
Never.
Yes, she
Never.
did.
He does not provide.
She picked a pool toy out that was 99 cents, and I said, what the heck, why not? There's actually a video on my personal YouTube page about that trip to Walmart. It was pretty fun, pretty fantastic. But this book, I've been searching for a long time, and a really good friend of mine, and one of the nicest guys I have ever met, named Salvatore Zito. And I don't know if you're in the chat, Salvatore, if you're able to make it tonight.
If you're here,
you
can hear us.
And I love you.
Speak up.
Speak up. You are awesome, Salvatore. Salvatore knew I was looking for this book. Somehow, I have no idea how he tracked it down, because I actually called the 2 publishers on Amazon that had this book listed and worked my way up management. Asked to speak to manager after manager after manager and tried to explain to them the going rate on eBay for these books, and I couldn't get them to come down on price. So I have no idea where or how he found this, but he actually found this book for cover price in fantastic condition, and he gave it to me for cover price. He didn't make $1 off of it, and he easily could have. So without further ado, this book, someone already knows what it is.
Yep.
It's Usagi 1. This completes my Usagi hardcover collection. I cannot tell you how happy. I seriously just held it all weekend. Thank you, Salvatore, for making this happen. You're amazing. He's got a Facebook group called Omnibuds Cafe. And if you're not in that group, check it out. A lot of cool dudes who like to talk comics, movies, video games, things like that.
Now, I got to ask you this. Like, what, for you personally, I know Usagi Yojimbo is a very, very special...
It is.
Comic for you, character for you. What does this mean for you personally? Why is this such
everything.
a big deal?
I mean, I think not only is the writing fantastic and the character fantastic, but the creator, Stan Sakai, I think he just represents everything that I want to be in life. He's had success. Obviously, Usagi is successful, but he's never had explosive success like the Turtles. And he's always been one step away. He's almost had a TV series. He's almost had a movie done. And it's always just barely out of his grasp. But this is a guy who truly loves what he does. He has a passion for Japanese history, and he writes just this epic saga. And his artwork is just fantastic. I'm a fan of Stan Sakai's, even down to his lettering. The way he writes words is just, it's phenomenal. I can't tell you. Salvatore, I couldn't sing enough praises, man. Thank you so much. You are amazing. I hope to meet Stan in person one time and maybe get a little sketch from him and just talk to him. This is number 780. So it is done. 780.
Boom.
Harpooned
that whale.
This whale has been harpooned. So it's been an amazing week. I got that in the mail. That came in the mail while I was gone, and I had someone pick it up for me, and I was very excited to get back home.
Yeah, comments coming in already. Most people jealous. Mitch Netzer just came out and said that he hates you.
I mean...
But to be fair,
I knew that
Mitch,
already.
Didn't we all hate Tyler to begin with? You know? Nothing new there.
Yep.
A lot of people... Tyler Holland saying that if we really believed in the vision of SSD, you should give that away tonight.
I don't believe in it that much, my friend.
I think you misunderstand the vision of SSD.
Yeah, the vision is not that.
The vision's be more generous. The vision's not give away all your prized possessions.
That's right. How dare you?
Nerd Ventures points out that Stan Sakai is going to be at Baltimore Con this year. You want to go to Baltimore Con?
Let's go to Baltimore Con. We miss MegaCon.
Last time I was in Baltimore, I had a flight canceled and I slept on the floor of the Baltimore airport.
That sounds horrible and not exciting at all. Well, yep, I'm just incredibly happy. So that was a great week for me.
Tyler, you've got, I've noticed, a lot of your female figures out.
Yep.
Celebrating the fact that we have a
female Mockingbird.
Mm-hmm.
Is that not what we're celebrating? Did I completely miss what this meant for us?
Okay.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Tyler's texting again.
Sorry, guys. My bad.
So you get mad at me for wearing the VR headset.
Yeah, you know. You do what you do.
But you sit over here and text during the entire show. You spend 20 minutes talking about stuff that isn't even in our show outline.
I felt like it was.
Just talking and rambling. Stuff that's supposed to be 5 minutes of dialogue.
That felt like 5 minutes.
I'm looking at the watch and 17, but pretty close to 5.
Pretty dang close to 5.
I mean, if you're inside the 15-minute window, it's pretty accurate.
Look, Wonder Woman discussion is going to be bing, bang, boom.
Speaking of which, I see that you've got a lot of female characters celebrating the fact that the queen of all female superheroes, Wonder Woman.
Yes.
Is that a title I can say? It seems
No.
okay.
They can, like, women can say that, but you can't say that. You can't say that at all. Yeah, Wonder Woman. Who's seen Wonder Woman?
You still
let me
here?
know in the chat.
My bad. So Wonder Woman. Tyler went and watched Wonder Woman last weekend.
I did.
I've not had a chance to do that yet because I was busy doing something. I don't know. I was moving my fiance into town. She's watching, so I have to explain to people.
Priorities.
So, all that being said, we decided this would be a prime opportunity for Tyler to explain to someone who's not seen the movie yet, to give a no spoiler review, to give his opinion of it, no spoilers, and then also to try to tell me why I should watch it. So, Tyler, first question here. All right, I haven't seen it yet. Tell me your review of
You haven't seen what?
Wonder Woman?
I've not seen Wonder Woman. Maybe you're referring to Captain America 4, Woman's Might. That's a movie I've seen, and it's fantastic. It really was good. I'm gonna list some descriptions here of the movie, and you tell me if it's Captain America or maybe Wonder Woman.
All right.
Maybe some people in the chat can help me out. There's a time-displaced hero fighting in a great world war.
Okay.
Physically stronger than everyone they're fighting against.
Okay.
Rallies together a ragtag band of heroes, unlikely heroes actually, to go on a smaller solo mission that will inevitably win the war.
Did she have a companion that had a bowler derby and a mustache?
No, she did have a companion that had a mustache. Let me just throw this out at you. Red, white, and blue. The main hero is just coated in red, white, and blue. Also...
hold on, I gotta interrupt again.
Okay.
Like, scale of 1 to 10, where would you rate this mustache?
I mean, it wasn't fantastic, but it was pretty good. It wasn't dum-dum-dugan good, though. I'll give you that.
So, scale of 1 to 10?
Probably like a kind of.
Okay.
Like a maybe.
So, like, scale of 1 to 10.
Like a kind of maybe.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have more mustache questions later, but I'll let you continue.
Yeah, so Captain America 4. It also had a hero who doesn't understand jokes because they don't get the references. It had some awkward sexual tension. A love that may or may not last throughout time because it's a timepiece. You know, it's a lot of similarities. But I gotta say, guys, overall... It was a fantastic movie. Okay. It was. I'm joking because it had incredible similarities to Captain America, and if I could spoil some of the movie, which I won't, you would see even more similarities to Captain America.
Okay.
But so it was fantastic.
All right, so you're saying it's fantastic. Then, therefore, if you were to compare it to that mustache, all right, is it better than the mustache? Is it worse than the mustache?
I would say about an 8.8, 9.2 maybe.
Cool.
Give it about a 9.2. Here's the thing about the movie. It didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
And in fact, that's a big deal for DC.
That's what David Codd is saying here in the comments. He said he had fun watching it and that it had no real bad parts.
It really didn't. The plot flowed well. The cinematography was well done. There were no lulls in the storylines, no plot holes. It was just good fighting. It was a really well-made movie.
Yeah.
I think it was important for DC to show we can make a movie. One of the cool things about the movie is that at the beginning, you know how Marvel has their logo? Yeah. Where it's got like the pages of the comics flipping? Yeah. DC had their own logo, like a brand new logo. Okay. And it was awesome. And to me, it symbolized the fact that maybe we're entering into a new
this is it.
Era of DC. Like this is the real DCEU. That's what I'm hoping, that this is the real DCEU.
They shaved the grizzly beard that was getting in the way, and they polished out a brand new waxed, glorious mustache of creativity.
At least a 9.2 mustache. That's right.
All right. So looking at some comments.
Yeah, let's check out the comments.
All right, looking in some comments. We're saying... a lot of people saying that it's fantastic for DC. Decent as a superhero movie. That's what Dan Williams says. So he says that as far as DC standards go, yay. As far as superhero movie standards go, all right.
I would say it's better than at least 62% of Marvel movies.
All right.
But not better than every Marvel movie I've seen.
Ricky C calls it Marvel Studios Wonder Woman: The First Adventure.
Yeah, man. That's very good. True.
That's very good. We've got... looking at a few others. Oh, yeah, this is an important question that came in from Gabe. There it is. Yeah. Gabe asked, how many times did you cry during the movie?
I did tear up at one point out of the sheer awesomeness of just what I was seeing on the screen. There was a really cool scene that made me tear up. And there was a really awesome scene where she's fighting with the lasso that I just literally couldn't believe I was seeing with my own eyes. Like, I could not believe that I was seeing Wonder Woman fighting awesomely with a lasso on live screen. Nerd Ventures points out that he hasn't seen it, that it does become a CGI fest. And the answer is yes. There's a lot of CGI, especially towards the end. And if this is a spoiler review, I do have like one small complaint about the ending. But overall, highly recommend it. It was a good movie, and it makes me excited for the future. Here's why I think you should see it, on top of all that.
I don't care.
Well, I'm going to say
I don't care. I don't want to ask that. I want to keep with the questions that I have prepared, okay? The next question I have is, Tyler, why should I go see it?
I don't understand how that's different than what I just said.
It's completely different because it's a question that I have prepared to ask you.
I see. I get it.
Yes.
I don't get it.
So this mustache was just not that great. It was just a mediocre. It's disappointing. No, I'm not interested in the movie anymore.
Here's what I liked about the movie. What was really cool to me is that, and of course this is from the perspective of a man, so if I was a female, this would A, carry more weight and probably actually be insightful. And this isn't insightful because I'm a man. And as a white male, when I go to movies, I don't ever find myself going, how cool that I can identify with this hero because they're white and they're a male, because I see that all the time, and I've seen that since I was born.
There was a fantastic tweet that had been passed around a lot, and I forget where it came from, but the tweet basically said, now I understand why white dudes are so overconfident all the time. I saw one female superhero movie, and I just want to sucker punch everyone in the face.
That's funny. That's really funny. So the thing that I felt like they really got right, and James Gunn has a really good, unique description of what his view of feminism is in terms of cinematography.
Okay.
And one of the things that this movie does well and that he points out is that feminism in movies is not just, hey, let's take a female character and let's make her really strong. And she's just a really strong, powerful female figure. And she goes around, she kicks everyone's butts. Because that's still a one-dimensional character. Because you look at a character like someone from Scarface, or you look at the main character from Fight Club, or some of these more complicated movies, Good Will Hunting. These male characters are a mix of a ton of things. They're not just one thing. And whether a woman is portrayed as just a secretary or just a bad A, either way, that's still a one-dimensional character. And they really nailed the fact that Wonder Woman was she was a character.
Yeah.
When you watched the movie, you weren't like, oh, that's a woman. You're like, that's a great character. And to me, that elevates this movie not only above a lot of other female-led movies, but it elevates the comic book version of it to places where people will fall in love with this character, sometimes because of their gender and sometimes regardless. Like, much in the way that Captain America made me really like the character of Captain America, because I didn't really like him that much in the comics, so I saw the movies. This movie made me a Wonder Woman fan.
Okay.
So, and one other thing I want to say about that is that the thing that I like the most about it is that she wasn't going, boom, I'm a woman, look what I can do. I can punch you because I'm a woman. Did you see that I'm a woman? And I punched him. Like,
so it wasn't like really stupidly overtly done. Right. It was actually done well.
Right. It was done well. There was no like little girl who stepped up and goes, wow, a woman fighting? Now I have a role model. Which is like, if you've seen Supergirl season 1, was exactly like most of the whole season. So anyway, that
viewer questions. We got viewer questions coming in. Right?
Please read Gabe's.
I'm gonna get there.
That's a good question, Gabe.
Tonight is the Tyler Show. Starring
it is. I have so much to say.
Yeah, I do want to ask. Michael Allen was saying, of course, that Gal did a phenomenal job.
She did.
Now tell me about her performance. How phenomenal
hair. Every time she fought, I was like, man, her hair is still perfect. She's like going through the trenches of war.
The magic of cinema, everybody.
Going, man, her hair is fantastic. Whoever does her hair, do me.
So, Gal
Gadot did great. I mean, if you watch Batman, you saw Batman vs. Superman. Was your favorite part not Wonder Woman? Was she not one of the best parts of the movie?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of the movie?
The beginning.
Really?
Yeah. The beginning was great.
I guess.
The beginning was awesome. Wonder Woman in that movie was forced.
Well,
The Wonder Woman in that movie
was.
was just, we're trying to set up a Wonder Woman movie, so we need to throw her into this one.
True.
They did the character a disservice. That's one of the biggest things I think was
did
wrong.
like... I don't know. See, I enjoyed her scene quite a bit. When she was there, that was the only part that I liked. I was like, wow, Wonder Woman, this is so cool. I agree it was forced. But I quite enjoyed it from the movie. And she did a much better job, I felt like, of acting than she did in that movie. To answer your question.
Yeah, Gabe does say, on a scale of Elektra to Scarlett Johansson, Ghost in the Shell, I assume Elektra's top of the list,
Obviously.
Scarlett Johansson, Ghost in the Shell's bottom.
Well, I've not seen Ghost in the Shell, but I know for a fact Electra's top.
I watched a Ghost in the Shell VR video earlier tonight.
I saw you. We all saw you while you were wasting time while we were trying to start
No,
the
that
show.
was Machu Picchu, bro.
Oh,
Get it right, bro.
I don't know what
It was
that
in
is.
Machu Picchu, bro.
The Pokemons?
So, yeah, so where would you rate it then? Elektra, Scarlett Johansson.
I would rate it about Captain America, the first Avenger.
All right. Sounds good. Dan Williams is really hitting on that 62% statement that you said earlier.
Yeah.
Name a few Marvel films that you think do not compare to Wonder Woman.
I would say in terms of just not only well made, but just like how much I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than Thor 2. I enjoyed it certainly more than Iron Man 3, more than Avengers 2. I enjoyed it, like I said, probably a little bit more than Captain America, the first Avenger. I enjoyed it more than Cap, probably.
Okay.
I did not enjoy it more than Ant-Man. Oh, I definitely enjoyed it more than Iron Man 2 as well.
Okay.
So if that kind of gives you an idea, about as much, maybe a little more than Doctor Strange. I don't know, somewhere in that field of Doctor Strange and
Just curious.
Cap 1.
Toby.
Wow, what was your favorite part of Batman vs. Superman? The credits.
Ooh, Time Jim coming in hot. Toby says that he fears that we may see women empowered to go around smacking the crap out of people. Do you think this will be an issue?
Man, kids see stuff and they just do.
Yeah.
I mean,
and there's one thing that I know about entertainment is that all of us are mindless zombies.
Yeah.
And we will just mimic everything.
I mean, next women might have ideas of their own, want to actually do things.
I'm starting to think you learned nothing.
I learned a lot about hair.
G-Rider saying that he did not like Captain America Winter Soldier.
Why would you say that?
Wow.
That was one of my favorite
I thought that was one of the
movies.
best ones, yeah.
I did too.
I thought it was far
The pain is
and
real.
away the best Captain America movie. Far and away.
The pain is real.
But anyway.
Yeah. So overall, good movie. You should see it.
Do you feel like you were taking shots at Marvel fanboys?
Well, maybe a little bit.
Okay.
But what's funny is I thought I was taking shots at DC fanboys by saying there were still 48% of Marvel movies, or 38% were better than
just still
Wonder
better
Woman,
than Wonder
which
Woman.
is the best DC movie to ever be released. Apparently I'm just pissing off everybody.
Yeah, apparently you can't do
Apparently that
anything
was just
right
like a
now.
friggin'
Did
shot.
you guys know that he loves Elektra? We should make fun of him
Wow.
more for that.
I will never back down from my love for Elektra. And you know what? One live stream, I'm just going to make you all watch it. It's just going to be
It's just-
Elektra
it's gonna be
playing.
nothing but
And-
Elektra.
But my reaction's going, yep, this part's good. This
The
part's
beauty
also
of
good.
that, there's not a chance the studio cares enough to put a copyright claim on that.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Do you have any closing statements you want to make about Wonder Woman before we move on? Should everyone see it?
Yes.
Okay.
But don't stick around past the credits because there's no end credit scene, which was a travesty. Marvel set the groundwork.
We've been spoiled by Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
We have. He really did, and subsequently Deadpool's version of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. We've really been spoiled by those two.
Never seen
those
it.
two post credits. I know you've never seen Deadpool. He's never seen Deadpool. Get on him.
People don't. That's what I can't figure out. All right. So, what did you prefer, Wonder Woman or Guardians 2? I can go ahead and
Guardians
say right now I'm going to prefer Guardians 2.
2.
Probably because I'm sexist.
If I had been a huge Wonder Woman fan, maybe I would have liked Wonder Woman a little bit more. I really have never super enjoyed her character. I've never read Georges Perez's run. She's always just kind of been there.
All right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing Wonder Woman. I haven't seen
I'll
it
go
yet.
see it again with you.
I can't tell. Okay.
No.
Right now?
No, I lied. No, I'm not.
You guys watch a video. We're going to go watch Wonder Woman right now.
I'm not
You're
saying that again.
No, you're roped into it now.
Oh, God.
We're going.
Did I stick around till after the credits? No, because it was really late at night and a theater worker came in and goes, guys, there's no after credits scene. I want to go home. And so we all got up and left. We're like, well, you're the real hero here.
Fantastic. Just get out, guys.
Just get out.
He comes in, he's crying. Just please leave.
I just want to show this Usagi.
There's
again.
Usagi.
Number 780. I love you.
When we come
Salvatore,
back-
I love you.
Yes, thank you, Salvatore. You are a superhero. Salvatore submitted a phenomenal question that we're going to use on a future episode, future Q&A part about some of who we think are the best comic book villains of all time.
Yes.
So we will. Scott said he'll go see the movie with me, so I'm going to go.
That's nice.
I'm going to go watch Wonder Woman with Scott. So
Tyler Holland liked Wonder Woman way better than Guardians 2. Interesting stuff. And Jordan Andrews wants to know, what's the best Marvel post-credit scene? What do you think? What do you guys think? What's the best Marvel post-credit scene? You start. I've done a lot of talking.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I already said that.
That is Marvel's biggest movie. Mm-hmm. Their best teaser. Yeah. I like the shawarma scene from Avengers. When they're all just sitting in the shawarma shop eating. Mm-hmm. That was a good one.
I like the scene from the one movie where they just find Thor's hammer before the Thor movie came out. Mm-hmm. And they just look at the hammer for a while.
That was pretty neat.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Yeah. Remember that one scene where Iron Man shows up and it's like Bruce Banner in prison?
I really like that one scene where Iron Man stars in a movie called Spider-Man Homecoming. All right.
Is he
coming
in that
up
movie?
Next? I don't know. Coming up next, we got a quick video from Tyler's recent trip down to New Orleans to go to Crescent City Comics.
Crescent City Comics.
Love New Orleans.
Cool place.
All right, so we're going to show this video. When we come back from that, we want to hear your thoughts about the recent news about Cowboy Bebop getting a live action TV series. We got a lot of opinions to share.
That's right.
Coming up after this.
Find out at 10. What's up, guys? Here at Crescent City Comics in New Orleans, Louisiana. Checking out some books, seeing what we got. Got a pretty cool spot. Got a lot of books, a lot of hardcovers, which I'm super into. You can kind of see them in the back. Very cool. We're going to check it out, see what we got.
Rough rider, no you don't want nada. None of this, 6-gunning this, brother running this. Buffalo soldier, look, it's like I told you. Any damsel that's in distress, be out of that dress when she meet Jim West. Rough neck, so go check the law and abide. Watch your step, will flex and get a hole in your side. Swallow your pride, don't let your lip react. You don't wanna see my hand where my hip be at. With Artemis from the start of this, running the game. James West, taming the West, so remember the name. Now who you gonna call? Now who you gonna call? If you ever riff with either one of us, break it out before you get bum rushed. When I'm rolling to the Wild West, when I'm rolling to the Wild West, when I'm rolling to the Wild West, when I'm rolling to the Wild West. Now once upon a time in the West, that man lost his damn mind in the West. Loveless, kidnapper down, nothing less. Now I must put his behind to the test. Then through the shadows, in the saddle, ready for battle. Bring all your poison, here come the poison. Behind my back, all that riffing you did. Front and center, now when you look back, kid, who that is? A mean brother, bad for your health. Looking damn good, though, if I can say it myself. Tony Loveless is a madman, but I don't fit that. He got mad weapons too, ain't trying to hear that. Trying to bring down me, the champion. When y'all clowns gon' see that it can't be done. Understand me, son, I'm the slickest they is. I'm the quickest they is. Did I say I'm the slickest they is? When I'm rolling to the Wild West, 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 when I'm rolling to the Wild West.
That's it. Oh, man. That is a grin right there.
So I was just thinking about my Usagi. It's making me happy.
Did not like
or the
that.
Overwatch anniversary, or Injustice, all of the things.
You know, something I'm just realizing.
Carlos is not here.
Don't have any Carlos tonight.
Where's Carlos?
I miss Carlos. Where's Carlos?
Someone put an APB out on Carlos.
Somebody in the live chat tell me where Carlos is.
Right now.
So, did you find anything interesting in Crescent City Comics that you actually picked up and like
no.
actually bought? Okay, I was just curious.
I was hopeful that I would, but yeah, it was a cool story.
It seemed like it had a phenomenal selection. I just wasn't sure if there was anything that you saw and went, I need to own
a lot of
this
neat
right
first appearances and first appearance comics. One of the things I liked about it was that most stores, when you see like old comics, I don't really know what's in them, and they had labels on all the old comics.
Oh, that's
like,
cool.
First appearance of Superman.
Wow, they just had that?
It was just sitting right there. He's like, "You want to touch it?" I was like, "Okay."
Attack on Lee says that montage got him hyped.
Yeah, that music is lit, dude. Get lit, fam.
Don't forget that we're giving away 7 Soldiers of Victory, starring Angela.
Who's not in that book at all.
And Angela.
And Angela. That's it.
All right, big news,
Yep.
of course, coming out like today.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Say.
And this was really prevalent, if you will, based on some of our recent episodes in which we've talked a lot about anime.
Yep.
Cowboy Bebop is getting its own live-action show. I'm going
Live action.
to adjust the microphone real quick. Seems like it dropped a lot of volume for some reason. So Cowboy Bebop getting a live-action show. I'm pulling up the article about it.
Live action.
As reported by Nerdist. Nerdist points out that, okay, so Cowboy Bebop, 1998 was when it was released.
Good
it was
year.
the first anime to be shown on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
When Adult Swim launched in the early 2000s. And it became one of the biggest shows in the world. And because of the popularity and because of the fact that it really, culturally speaking, it brought about a bigger, like, rebirth of anime fandom in America, in the U.S.
definitely.
in particular. And because of that, it became one of the biggest animes of all time because of the impact it had on a brand new generation of anime fans.
And that intro.
And that intro.
That intro did it.
And Tank by the Seatbelts.
Yeah.
That's the name of the band.
They're
the
great.
Phenomenal. But the big debate here is why a live action show now?
Should they?
Should they do it? Exactly. Should idea?
Should idea?
Should idea?
Could idea.
Or bad idea.
Bad idea.
And so it's raising a lot of questions there for sure. I see already Ali saying that it can't be better than the anime, so why even do it? What's the point of that? Which is a great question to ask, and I think a lot of this comes down to the fact that Netflix is working on Death Note.
Yeah.
And I guess the studio behind this, I'm trying to see who the studio is. I don't know if it has like a network that it's picked up on yet. I think it's just a studio that is picking it up. Sunrise Incorporated Midnight Radio producing the series.
Interesting.
So I don't know who's going to pick it up exactly, but it probably has to do with the fact that there's a lot of hype around Death Note.
Yeah, and some controversy. Same with Ghost in the Shell.
Exactly. So we're seeing this. This is the trend right now. So this is why this is happening.
Yeah.
Same way that, superhero films took off once it became popular. Every superhero.
Wouldn't
got a
that be
film.
interesting if that happened with anime?
It seems like we're leaning
trying.
towards that.
They're definitely
trying
trying
to push the issue. Trying to push the issue. Tackle the weed. The point is money.
Yeah, that's
very
true.
much so. Very much so. I'm with. So these are some of my opinions, and I'm looking at, and I totally agree with what Scott has to say. Totally agree with what Toby has to say.
Yep.
And there's a lot that this show's riding on a lot.
Yeah.
This show is riding on a lot of different factors.
Yep.
If they can get some of the brilliant minds that were behind the anime and what made the anime so great, if they can get some of those minds involved in the writing process and the creation process, that'll be key. If they can get the proper cast in there, that will be key. I think one thing that's working in their favor, and I want to get your opinion on this now, is that they have, the reports say that Thor screenwriter and comic book veteran Chris Yost is the one who is actually making the adaptation. Now, if you're not as familiar with that name, what Chris Yost has been responsible for is head writer for The Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the animated series.
Great show. If you haven't watched it, check it out.
Co-writer of the comic book series X-23 Innocence Lost, X-23 Target X, New X-Men, X-Force, and Scarlet Spider, along with being one of the main screenwriters behind Thor Dark World and Thor Ragnarok. Now, you said that X-Force run that he was in charge of
Yeah, he wrote a pretty
Big
decent
time?
X-Force run, and I'd like to know what you guys thought about his X-Force run and some of the other comics that he's written. I mean, the things that jump out to me that give me confidence in him is Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes. That was a great show. They adapted amazing comic book stories in a fantastic short 30-minute episode serialized window. And then, of course, Thor Ragnarok looks amazing.
It does. We don't know yet. But.
Yeah, we don't know. But Thor the Dark World was one of my least favorite Marvel movies and was what some view as
That's good.
one of the bigger missteps from Marvel. So he was one of the writers on that movie. How much influence and writing he did on that, I don't know. So it's yet to be seen in terms of that. But I at least have some confidence in him as a writer.
And I think what's going to go really well in his favor, and maybe you guys will agree or disagree, is the fact that he has great experience with TV, and in particular with that animated series.
Yeah.
And in particular with that target audience. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like this is a pretty particular target audience. That even though G-Writer points out, Ghost in the Shell tanked at the box office.
Yeah, did not do well.
Death Note is coming out, like the announcement came out to a lot of scrutiny in the casting department. And so I think one of the things that's going to go in their favor is that they're bringing in a guy to head up the adaptation who has experience making TV
adaptations.
He adapted
the comic stories of Avengers into TV form. So yeah, but like you said, and like everyone has said here, the casting is going to be a huge part of it.
Absolutely. And who in the world can you possibly cast to play Spike?
I have a thought. The only person, and I would love to know who you guys think. And when I first saw the announcement, I assumed it was going to be a movie.
Okay.
And so now that I find out it's going to be a series, this actor would not and could not do this. But the only actor that jumps to mind, and if I had thought of this person in this role 6 years ago, I would have said heck no, is Keanu Reeves as Spike. After seeing his performance in John Wick, for those of you who've seen John Wick, have you seen John Wick?
Yeah, absolutely.
I could see Keanu Reeves.
If you haven't seen John Wick,
go see it.
Have you not seen John Wick?
Have you not seen it?
Have you not?
Have you really not
Get
seen
in
it?
here. Get in here.
Come on.
Get in here. No, you. Get in here.
Have you not seen John Wick?
Have you not seen John Wick?
You stupid son. Okay, sorry.
Get out of there.
Back to the basics. Toby says, go see John Wick, or else I'll write your name in a death note. So, I think Keanu Reeves could do it. He's kind of got the build, kind of that little bit of a lanky. He can fight somewhat fluidly, as we've seen in John Wick, and he's got a little bit of the hairstyle.
He's a phenomenal marksman.
So
it's terrifying.
And one of the things I like about Keanu Reeves and John Wick is he spent legit 6 months learning how to fight to do all of his own stunts, which makes me appreciate his method acting. So what do you guys think? Tyler Howell makes a good point. Keanu would need to be 10 years younger, and I kind of agree with that.
See, I can easily see Keanu taking this role if this was something that was put on by FX. If this was something that was put on by, a larger...
A critically acclaimed network, more akin to winning Emmys or something like that. HBO series or something like that.
Whereas Attack on the Wii says that he believes this is actually going to air on Adult Swim as well. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that, so I don't know. But... So, yeah, I mean, I would, appearance-wise, just based solely on appearance, I would instantly go with comedian Ben Schwartz, a.k.a. Jean-Ralphio from Parks and Rec.
Oh, Ben Schwartz.
Who I think just looks exactly like Spike.
Ben Schwartz.
No, he could not pull that character off.
No.
Or maybe he could, but... if you're just basing off of appearance, that's exactly what I go with.
Attack on Louis says that I should be cast as John Wick in the third movie. I totally agree with that statement, wholeheartedly. It could be John Wick, please. It's an easy role to play.
Yeah, I think so. Have you seen... Tyler Holland wants to know John Wick's 2? I pluralized it. The first one was John Wick. The second one's John Wick's.
Yeah, boy, that was crazy with his clone and everything.
I know. Was it good?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I want to.
Come on, man. It was good.
Tyler, come over to my house. Let's watch it.
Yeah. Come on.
I don't know why you invited him. You're not coming.
All right. Attack on the Wii does say that the Adult Swim thing was a joke.
Oh, okay.
So that explains why I haven't heard anything about that. So,
yeah. Okay, well, do you guys have any thoughts on I mean, this is a really hard series to cast. Certainly they could cast a generic brunette.
Toby made his money the old-fashioned way. He got run over by a Lexus.
Yeah. True that.
Yeah, I don't think either of the John Wick films are going to win screenwriting awards. For any means, but they're very entertaining. See, the John Wick films, this is completely off subject, but we're talking about John Wick now.
We have like 3 minutes.
Cowboy Bebop, who cares? John Wick, it's what action movies should be. It was a hearkening back to the glory days of action movies, where they just were well made, and it was just like
a well-made evil bad guy. And
here's a good guy.
Good
here's
guy.
A bad guy. Good guy is gonna go get the bad guy
and kill everyone in between.
It's phenomenal, and so it was it's really good. Jonathan Busby says that Yost is his phenomenal.
Good.
Nicest guy in the world.
Good.
Yeah.
Well,
So that's good news as well. There's a lot of people in here talking about how much they like Chris Yost.
Well, that's good.
They're praising a lot of his X-Men
Bruce
runs.
Campbell.
But I'm agreeing with Tyler Holland. Sir Nicolas Cage is the only real answer for any role.
He is
and
the Ghost Rider.
The only actor who is willing to take any role.
Except he was not willing to reprise his Ghost Rider role in Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so...
2 actors you can always count on to appear in any movie that's offered to him. Sir Nicolas Cage, the greatest actor of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And Samuel L. Jackson.
He will do anything.
Samuel L. Jackson shows up in like 700 movies a year.
Yeah, he's got that new Nick Fury and Deadpool movie. Right?
It's a romantic comedy, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was Nick Fury and Deadpool take on the world.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to kill him.
No, but it's a romantic comedy.
Okay.
The two of them are supposed to be lovers.
Deadpool could do it. If anyone could do it, it could be Deadpool. Maybe Steven Yeun. Not sure if he has the gravitas. He might. I could see it.
I'm going to look up his resume now.
Okay. Next anime that needs to be made into live action, Neon Genesis Evangelion. After Pacific Rim, it could be done. I believe in it now. What other animes would y'all like to see? This is a little bit of a sidebar while you look this up, but what other animes, if any, would you want to say live action adapted? And if you say Dragon Ball Evolutions 2, I will kill you. What a tragedy.
I think they finally need to make a live action Elektra movie. Because it just feels like that's a character that really deserves proper... I think the thing with Steven Yeun is that, it's hard to tell what he's capable of doing considering, like, I was trying to pull up his resume to see if he'd really been in much else besides The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And nothing stands out at all. So that's all we've ever seen is Glenn from The Walking Dead. Then it's kind of like, I don't know, but I don't know.
I'd like to see a Samurai Champloo anime.
Ooh,
I feel like that could be a well done one.
Absolutely.
Those time period animes I feel like are easier to do than sci-fi.
That's very true. That's very, very true. But we are reaching a point. I mean, you look at what shows are, like TV shows are able to... Now, obviously, Legion has an FX budget.
Yeah.
But to see what they're able to do with, like, superhero kind of fantasy, or not fantasy, sci-fi setting... fantastical sci-fi setting. I mean, TV show production quality is catching up to what movies have always done.
Should he be white? Should Spike be white?
That's the question here. If it's an American studio, an American audience,
he probably will be. I expect him to be, but should he be?
And it begs the question: what was in the show? Did Spike have a clear-cut ethnicity in any sort of way?
It's a good question. Because I don't know that there is an answer. I don't know that it could be either way.
I mean, his name was
Spike Spiegel.
Spike Spiegel. So
more like Steven Seagal.
More like Steven Seagal.
That's a man who could
play
this.
So we figured it out. So Steven Seagal should play Spike.
He totally should.
So let us know who else you think could be in that.
Yeah.
That could be in that show that could work.
It'd be interesting to see how this compares to Death Note.
Exactly. And I think that the overwhelming consensus here is that no one is like really confident that it's a great idea.
Or excited about it happening. Like, think of how many fans love the anime so much that they are completely content with it staying in anime and never growing beyond that point.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at. Like, I'm fine with leaving it in anime. If they never did a live action, like David Codd said it earlier, but he's basically said that he was just, it will just exist to him. Like, it will be something that exists and he'll watch it if he can, but...
Yeah. I don't know if it'll have to be exceptionally well done for me to have a strong desire to watch it.
Danny Glover for Jet. Yeah. That would be fantastic.
No question.
No
question.
And I'd like to have Donald Glover in there somewhere just because I like the actor. Christina Hendricks, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch. I think if I had to watch...
He's got the hair.
He does, but if I had to watch Benedict Cumberbatch and like his like catfish eyes on the side of his head.
Eyes? What?
Yeah, his Sherlock. If I had to watch him try to play that character in his like brooding, I don't know if I don't know. If Shinichiro Watanabe directed
that would be amazing.
I mean,
I would be more excited about it.
Yeah, and it just makes sense. I mean, he was one of the original creators of the show.
Yeah, that I would be a lot more excited about that than
if the show brings on some of the original creators, I'm going to be more into it.
Yeah,
and that's ignoring casting. I have confidence that people can find the right actors and actresses to play out the role.
Yeah,
to play out the whole cast. But it really comes down to I like that Chris Yost is in charge.
I do like that.
I like that, but we need to have some of the creative minds behind the original playing prominent roles.
And I don't know, just for me, the Death Note has just left such a mediocre taste in my mouth. Like, when I saw the trailer, I was just kind of like,
Did you watch the Death Note anime?
Yeah, okay. I've watched the whole anime. And so, when the trailer came out, I was just kind of like, I mean, I'll give it a shot.
Gabe has a wonderful point. The Rock can play any part.
The Rock.
Fully agreed.
Including President.
So far we have, if I'm not mistaken, we have Nicolas Cage.
David Codd said, Michael Cera's Ed, don't ban me, too late. Banned.
The producer is actually getting on that right now.
There's
Sorry,
no
David.
producer.
You were out of here.
Don't worry, there's no producer.
So the full cast, as we have cast it now, is we have Nick Cage as Spike.
Yep.
We have Danny Glover as Jet.
I can dig it.
We have Michael Cera as Ed.
And Christina Hendricks.
The Rock as Faye, because The Rock can play any role.
Well, that's true.
So that's our cast. Tell us what you think our...
Tyler Holland says, as long as they redo that terrible soundtrack.
I know. I got distracted by that.
How dare you?
If the seatbelts
How friggin' dare you?
aren't the only thing that's playing the entire time. I'm just so angry right now. Tyler Holland. Angry. Tyler Holland finds new ways to make me mad.
Where's Carlos? Where's Carlos?
That's why this episode has been more disjointed, I feel like. We haven't had Carlos here.
Carlos, he mellows us out. He really does. All right, so we got a giveaway going on.
We do have a giveaway. We've been paying attention to comments. We're giving away...
That's it.
I'm not going to say anything about Angela now. We're giving away 7 Soldiers of Victory.
That's right, by Grant Morrison.
Yeah, Grant Morrison.
Maybe you're a Grant Morrison fan, maybe you're not, but you're going to get this book one way or the other. If you win this book, A, and you already have it, pass it to somebody else.
Yes.
B, if you don't want it, pass it to somebody else. And C, just know that it's going to be at least a month until I ship this, because I am the worst.
We apologize to anyone who's won anything in the past month or so.
You know I'm the worst at shipping things.
If you've won in the past month or so, and you've actually received what you won, then I put it in the mail.
And you didn't get it from me.
And you're welcome.
You didn't get it from me. But everyone who's won can attest to getting it.
Sorry, I got kind of mad.
It's okay. Okay. Carlos San Diego is what someone did. Where in the world is Carlos San Diego? Carlos Sandiego, as it is pronounced in some circles.
So we're giving that book away. Before we announce a winner there, we got a couple of things that we're going to go over. First of all, there was some Pokemon news that's hilarious, and we need to quickly recap.
Yeah, they had a big Nintendo Direct. Everyone was super hype, expecting Pokemon to be announced to be on the Switch in some form.
Sure, Wii U, okay.
Be it Virtual Console or a new game. And it turned out they're just redoing the newest game, Sun and Moon, which came out last year or the year before. They're redoing them already for the 3DS only, which is the most current handheld Nintendo system.
Yep.
So that was a waste of everyone's time. Thanks a lot. But E3 is going on, apparently, Tyler Holland says, and there will be much news to be talked about. Next week, we will probably have an entire E3 related show, if it is indeed this weekend, because we'll have a lot of games to talk about, trailers to see. It'll be fantastic.
Tackle and Wee says that he was the first winner and he's still waiting on his package. Be glad that you actually weren't, because the first prize we gave away was just a envelope sealed with Tyler's kiss.
Yep.
That was it. There's nothing else in there.
I mean, it had wings, the kiss did, so you had to catch it when it got out.
All right, we're going to show off. We don't have a viewer collection to show. Once again, if you want your collection, whether it is books, collectibles, figures, pops, whether it's something unique like David Codd's collection of copies of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which I think is really cool.
Or James Dunn's Beast Boy.
James Dunn's Beast Boy, M. Scotter's Clue, board games, anything like that, message us. You can find us on our Facebook page, Super Squad D. Live is the direct Facebook address, but you'll see our logo when you search for us. You can email us SSD Live Giveaway Show. That's not it. It's just Live Show. SSDLiveShow@gmail.com. Send us any of that. Send us any Q&A questions you got moving forward. We're going to show off some things that come out of, kind of comes out of my collection to an extent here, but I'm going to show off these guys right here. I have a connection with this dude. I've discovered this guy through a friend, and really big fan of his work. Hurley FX. Lee Hurley is the guy that heads up this little company. And he is a sculptor, and he has been making these baby Groots since Guardians 2 came out. He made busts of Groot for the first Guardians movie.
That's awesome looking.
Yeah, he made these little baby Groots. Some other things that he's done, though. I mean, this is a Maz Kanata that he made. Look at that bust. Look at the detail on that. Look at the movable spectacles.
That's awesome.
You know, the man's a phenomenal sculptor.
It takes real talent.
And this is really important. This is the reason I show all of this. This is what he most recently has done. Just for fun, he made one of these guys. A little Groot pool. A baby Groot painted up like Deadpool.
Yeah,
and
that's incredible.
I know this is generating a lot of interest from a lot of people that are thinking, hey, if he's selling these, they want them. So he does his business through Facebook. So if you go to Facebook and you look for right there on the pictures Hurley FX, then you can go find any of the inventory he has up for sale right now. Any of these high quality sculptures that he makes. Baby Groot. He's also made some silicone movable Baby Groots, so you can move and pose them and everything. Cool. This right here is a stationary, but
it looks so good.
Any of this stuff right here that you might be interested in, go look up Hurley FX on Facebook. See what he's got going on. It's wonderful stuff. This little guy,
love it.
This is my fiance's version, Baby Groot that sits in our living room here.
Awesome.
Look at that guy. Look at him. He's so happy.
Super cute.
He's so happy right there. So, big shout out to Hurley FX, phenomenal sculptor, running a little business himself. Go give him some love on Facebook. And
I yawned right as it cut back to us. Did not realize it was really cut back to us. That was terribly really unprofessional. Terribly. Oh boy, what would we ever do with this unprofession? Yeah, you liked it. So tonight's winner.
I'm just afraid of how much I liked it. Yes.
For this book is Attack on Louis.
Hey, there you go.
Because he said that I could be John Wick in John Wick 3, that I could pull it off. You're the only one who believes in me, man. No, actually, because in reference to the Cowboy Bebop, he said he has no expectations, but that he's going to enjoy it for what it is. And I think that's really the best mentality to have about these anime adaptions, is just to try to put aside all of our expectations and just say, you know what? Let's just enjoy it for what it is.
Because honestly, if we're going into much of anything, TV show, movie, whatever it may be, with higher expectations than that, we tend to set ourselves up for catastrophe. So being able to have a little bit of perspective is key. It's not easy.
Super key.
We are fanboys and girls. And so we are going to we're going to freak out when things aren't exactly the way we want them to be.
Also, I got Usagi one.
Yeah, he did.
I just feel that.
And I just want to point out, I'm pretty sure Attack on the Wii actually was saying that Tyler Holland could play John Wick in John Wick 3. So congratulations, Attack on the Wii.
Wow.
You're the best.
Wow.
And thank you to everyone for coming out to tonight's show.
Yep. Appreciate it. We're going to have another bigger, better giveaway next week.
Sure. And we might even start mailing out some of these books.
I mean, anything could happen. We have a Wonder Woman movie.
We do.
The sky is the limit.
So, thank you guys for coming out,
Yep.
joining in on the fun. Join us again next Tuesday night for another live stream. More giveaways, more awkwardness, more of all of the above.
Yep. As always, that is Distracted Julio.
Is that the new name? Are we going to stick with that name?
I mean, for this episode, we'll have a new name next episode.
I mean, I'm fine with it.
I mean, whatever. Maybe you could be next episode. Maybe you could do the, I don't know.
Okay, cool.
I give up.
Big shout out to Toby.
Toby, you're awesome.
Carlos, wherever you are.
Carlos, you live strong in our hearts, my friend. And maybe we'll have SSD shirts. We talked about it.
It's in the works. Stay tuned for more videos. Tyler's got a best 5 Spider-Man costume video
Best
coming
5
out
Spider-Man
real
costume.
soon.
Real soon. Any moment now, guys. It could happen.
Stay tuned. Maybe see whether or not I actually drink out of this mug finally.
Yeah, we don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that.